Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Rafi from Legit Boardshop. So I just thought I'd do like a quick little one-on-one podcast with you guys. As you know, we've been doing a podcast. We've got a couple episodes down. We'll do about two a month, but we'll do two a month with the team. We're thinking about doing some one-on-ones, maybe just to make it a smaller, like more intimate podcast, so you guys just get to know more people in depth on the Legit Board Shop team. So, just a lot's been on my mind lately, man. When I first started this, such a daunting task. I didn't really know what it entailed. You just do it one day at a time. Used to think that the industry was so big, but everyone's just friends, man. Small group of writers. You're either work for one of your favorite manufacturers, you can open your own shop, you can be a photographer or fashionist, but some people have been able to do something with their lives around revolving around their passion. That's something I respect out of everyone I meet. The main reason I say this is because I've got some friends that are shop owners, and I won't name names, but I never started Legit Board Shop to like shut down little mom and pop board shops. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. I just made a small shop. Well, first of all, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to have a shop because I'd always loved going to the local skate shop. And, it was always a good day and everyone was always so friendly and chill. So I made a little website for people who don't have anything around them. People have to order online. I never made this shop to shut down any little mom and pop shops. That's not at all what I want. So it's for that reason I won't ever take pre-orders. I think that's just nothing as an owner of a shop I'd want to do, because, and I'll tell you why, man. There's like unintended consequences of our actions. An online shop will take not even online, just the shop takes pre-orders, and it helps knowing how much the demand is going to be of something being released. Make sure you get enough so you don't just sell out your first day. I mean, yeah, there's valid reasons to do it, but unintended consequences of stuff like that. Kids want a wheel that's coming out. They get a chance to get it, and you think it's going to come out next week. Production problems happen. It turns into a month and 2 months. Eventually, your local shop gets it in, and you're like, well, hot damn, I already pre-ordered 2 months ago with another shop. What am I going to do? That hurts the sales rep for the small shop. It hurts the small shop. Everything we do has consequences. So I'll do my best to get stuff first and make it available right when the manufacturer wants it to be available. And if I sell out, I sell out. I'll just get more. I'm not too worried about it. I don't mind doing things different, doing things my own way. As long as I see some logic to it, you gotta live with yourself at the end of the day. I'm not trying to put anybody out of business, man. I just think that if you run an honest shop, be able to live with yourself at the end of the day. What more can you ask for from yourself? But yeah, man, that's just some stuff I've been thinking about. Trying to enjoy this weekend. Watch a little bit of football today. Yeah. Fantasy football. It's my first year doing it. I got pretty hooked. Man, I don't know. Before, you used to just follow your team. Yeah, and you sit down, you watch a game, have a beer, enjoy it. But with fantasy football, I'm watching a lot more games I could give two shits about. Never in my life would I think I'd be rooting, for a certain team. Waiting anxiously for Peyton Manning to play today. DeMarco Murray popped off. It's the playoffs, first round of the playoffs this week, so it's pretty important. I've been doing this a couple years now, and fuck, man, if one day we get big enough, I would love to do something like that. Just make a fun day. It's always been a dream. Just throw a badass event like that. Just full of, awesome riders, awesome course, just a fun time. Yeah, man. So I'm excited about a couple new wheels coming out. I don't know exactly dates or anything, but I'd say within the near future, most likely before Christmas time. Remember Collective's going to be releasing Little Hoots and I think Savannah Slammers. I'm not sure about the second one, but I think they're both releasing at the same time. I will just say I've seen them. They're fun. They're fun little wheels. And same with the Savannah Slammers. So I know they've been working on these wheels a long time. They've been prototyping them, and Remember Collective's a local group of skaters around Southern California. So I see them. They throw events down here. Real cool, real cool group of guys, man. So I know they've been working hard on these wheels. I'm excited to see what they do. I've personally ordered some for the shop, and I'll get them up. I'll get them up the first day. We were the first shop that got the Pee-wees in stock, so hopefully we can do the same thing with these wheels. And I think everyone had a good, response to that. So yeah, I've just been looking forward to that. It's been raining for the past 4 days, and much needed rain. As much as I hate to admit it, but if we get a good solid 3 weeks of this, 4 weeks of this, maybe we'll be out of this drought that California's been having all year long. It's been a bad, bad drought. I think it's been going on a while now. So, I mean, yeah, it's all seasonal. Obviously, there's seasons, but people forget LA is a desert. It's just bone dry. If it's not in the right season, you'll either see like streams, rivers flowing through, or you'll just see nothing. You'll see dried up riverbeds. So it's nice to finally see some water back in there. You're driving by, it makes your day a little bit better. You see a nice mellow stream on the side of the road. Yeah, helps. You know. So I'm excited. If we get a good enough little snowfall this year, maybe we have a good snowboarding season too. That's actually how I got into longboarding. Was I went snowboarding and fell in love. I loved snowboarding, just going fast. You're strapped in. You can't really bail. You can, but you don't really want to. You get snow everywhere if you do. So you just you have fun. You go down the mountain and you just on a good day when it's all nice and powdery, pow pow. It's like you're falling on a cloud if you're gonna fall. But I just fell in love with going down fast. And after the season was done, I remember I got a board and I couldn't stop going down parking structures. It was so fun. It reminded me of snowboarding too, because after you get down to the bottom, you take the elevator back up and you're just right back at it. And that's how I got really, really into it. Eventually learning about sliding and, because all I really knew was street skating my whole life. I was never too familiar with longboarding. But it was something my friend he always did with his little one, little 28-inch kicktail, small little board he would always have with him. Always shredded parking structure, skated bowls around the local skate park too. So, what can I say, man? It's just something I fell in love with after I got my first longboard. I never even went back to snowboarding. It's just funny how things work out like that. But yeah, people are starting to freak out about winter. People realize what this means. People, I mean, in the other side of the country, we've got friends in a lot of different states. They're trying to get in as much skating as they can before they get shit on with snow. But it's gonna happen if it already hasn't happened yet. Yeah, man. But all this will be back, in a couple more months. March will be here before we know it, and yeah, beautiful. Oh man, I love when the seasons change. It's always bittersweet. You just enjoy every ride you can while you still can, knowing that it's all coming to an end. Thanksgiving was pretty fun. Always fun seeing family. Just leave a comment reply. So let us know what got you into longboarding? Did you transition from street skateboarding to longboarding, or did you just go straight into longboarding right off? One thing I don't understand is why all this like hate with skateboards and longboards. Oh, skateboarders always say longboarders don't belong in the sport. They don't. I've heard things such as longboarding isn't really skateboarding. You can't call it skateboarding. People oftentimes forget that skateboarding and longboarding both originated from the same place. They were just people who wanted to surf on land. It's all similar how it happened, just like evolution. It's funny how it all originated from that, and then each you know each sport went its different ways. The pool skating, vert skating, street skating. You got longboarding. Longboarding starting to split off too between free riding and downhill longboarding. So it's just funny how each discipline takes its own course of action. And I hear people say that's not this, this isn't that. I think in the future we'll go from every little discipline going as far out as it could go, and then just like I'll use a metaphor like karate. There was kung fu, there was taekwondo, there was jujitsu. There's all these different disciplines, is what I mean. Eventually, I'm surprised it took so long. About a generation ago, I'd say, Bruce Lee's generation, people started coming forward and saying that their personal martial arts style was the best. And it is a lot of pride into this, something you put your whole life into studying. And it's a lot of pride to say that what I've studied is the best. And it's just a human thing. Now, eventually, the UFC came to be. They fight it out. And before the UFC too, there was Jeet Kune Do coming alive, and Bruce Lee taking on other people from other martial arts and showing how mixing them up, there's flaws in everything. Taekwondo, perfect striker with your feet, but your hand game is not going to be as solid. So every discipline had its pros and it had its cons. And Bruce Lee saw the flaw in all this, and he developed his own martial arts, which incorporated some of the better things from other martial arts and incorporated them all into one to make an overall better fighting style. And it's still that philosophy is still evolving today. And as you see in the early UFCs, you'd see like sumo wrestlers taking on wrestlers, like jujitsu masters, Hoist Gracie. The Gracie family overall has been a big proponent in that. So I'm just giving you guys brief MMA and karate history, but I swear to God it relates to skateboarding and longboarding. So let's say, long story short, all these martial arts started fighting each other, and it was shown that yes, there was one superior one for the most part. I say that because eventually one person's gonna win, and in this case it was jujitsu. So jujitsu is the most superior ground game you could do, but sometimes not all fights end up on the ground. I've heard that saying though, that all fights end up on the ground, but they don't. You hit someone right in the chin, you get a good kick in, no one's gonna be wrestling unless that motherfucker falls on you and you just boom, throw him off and it's done. So that's my point right there. Eventually people realize that all martial arts had its pros and cons, and the best fighting style was the one that incorporated everything from everything. Not everything, but incorporated the best pieces of each martial art into a dish. So, just like nutrition, you can't just be eating protein the rest of your life. You need carbs, you need the right assortment of nutrients. So, this all correlates to skateboarding and longboarding. Right now we're going in different disciplines, but eventually, I predict anyway, that free riding will help. If maybe it's not free riding, maybe something else comes to be, but as of right now, as of today, free riding is what appears to be filling in that gap between the other disciplines. You can With a free ride board, you could go to a skate park, you can do tricks, you can do transitions, you can do grinds, you can do ollies, kick flips, you just get a single kickboard, you can do all that stuff. You know, or look at tech sliding with Yuppie. What more do you want of a middle guy's putting his head down while he bombs hills and he's doing 360s and all kinds of crazy ass shit. So that's what I think the future is gonna look like. I think that it'll just be a hybrid. You'll see slides, you'll see kick flips. You know, it'll be shit that we can't even imagine right now. And I think that'll be the norm. But we'll see what happens, man. Every year, something new and exciting happens. I'm hoping something positively new happens in the sport for 2015. 2014 was a good year, and let's hope that next year is just as good. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, I'll keep this one short. I just wanted to chime in a little bit, give a little update on the shop, give a little history behind it, tell you guys what we had planned. I think we recorded like a 2-hour long episode. We recorded it Friday. Hopefully, next week we get it up. If not, maybe the week after, whatever. So we'll get it up as soon as we can. And yeah, we'll keep doing these more and more. We'll get the material better. We'll bring on guests into the shop, into the podcast. I'll try to get some writers to stop by too. That'll be fun. I'll start doing one-on-one with other teammates from Team Legit Boardshop. I'll do little reviews too, maybe different wheels or different trucks or different boards. Let's see. I'll be right back. Show you guys the new Peewees if you want. Pretty much all the Duros slide the same. The main difference being that they're orange. That's fucking cool. I don't know, I never really had any experience with the Peewees before, so people kept asking me for them, so I just got it onto the shop for you guys. Yeah, I'll probably do the same with Cult soon, and we recently added Freewheel Coat to the company too, and I like what they're doing. They got the free dumbs, and that shit stain. These wheels slide too, but you'll have a pretty hard time coring these in one session. If you do, let me know. Be impressive. So yeah, that's what's up. I hope you guys have a good week. Follow us on Instagram, Legit Boardshop, Facebook, Legit Boardshop, and don't forget to subscribe. Say hi. See how our week's going. I usually handle most of that stuff. I'm on Reddit. Our Longboarding, shout out to them. Majority of the team is too. We got Frascinator's on there, Jasper's on there. We got Mailbox Jackson's on Reddit too. So yeah, stop by, check out the threads, post something. We love new content. I don't know if it's too late for Secret Santa, but we're doing a Secret Santa. I think that's rolling out this week. Whoever I get, I'm gonna hook the fuck up. Yeah. So I'll probably re-gift too. So if someone gets fucked over, I'll try to make it right and hook it up for them too. Everyone deserves Christmas. All right, guys. You have a good weekend, and it was nice chatting with you. This is Rafi from Legit Boardshop, signing out.